It was the night before Christmas, and Santa was hanging out with his most trusted elf, Roger. Santa was discussing with Roger his plan to deliver this year's presents. It was at this moment Santa received an urgent phone call on his emergency phone. He got word that Mrs. Claus has not returned from her hike and that she may be in trouble. He then asks Roger if he would be willing to go and look for Mrs. Claus, because he's the elf he trusts most. Roger tells Santa that it would be an honor to help, and Santa can count on him. Santa tells him he should get going right away. Roger jokingly replies, "Roger that," then salutes Santa and takes his leave. Roger quickly moves to the garage and located a jetpack hanging on the wall. He then went outside and took off into the sky. As he got closer to the area Mrs. Claus went to hike, the jetpack began to malfunction, causing him to lose control. He quickly began to descend to the forest below, but unable to regain control of the jetpack, he crashed right into a tree. Luckily, he was not hurt, and he began to search for Mrs. Claus on foot. After hiking for a bit, he finally spotted Mrs. Claus in the distance, sitting in the snow. As he got closer, he soon realizes that Mrs. Claus was trapped under a tree branch. Roger rushes over to her in a hurry and lifts the branch off of Mrs. Claus. She extends her deepest gratitude for saving her, then explains that he got there just in time because the sun will set soon and the forest can be quite dangerous at night. Roger decides he will have to risk using the jetpack again in order to get back to the workshop before sunfall. Roger takes Mrs. Claus on his back, tells her to hang on tight, then launches into the sky once again. At first, everything is going well, but things quickly change when the jetpack begins to malfunction once again. Now plummeting from the sky, Roger must think fast in order to save them both. With only seconds away from impact, it occurs to Roger that he has his emergency retractable skis built into his suit. He pushes a button and the skis expand, allowing him to transition from falling right into skiing on the snow-covered hill below. Now Roger and Mrs. Claus are safely skiing down the hill, but suddenly Roger notices they're skiing towards the edge of a cliff. With no time to stop, Roger knows he's going to have to jump. Falling fast, Roger quickly thinks of what to do next. Suddenly, Santa flies past, catching them in the sleigh. Santa thanks Roger for rescuing Mrs. Claus. Then Santa says he's going to bring them with him to deliver the presents. Santa then flies off, laughing all the way. Thank you for watching. Please click the like and subscribe button for more videos.